Good morning, everyone. Well, this Sunday is very special. It's Pentecost. And children, I'm very sure that most of you will be able to remember that last year Minister Melville threw a big party. We were celebrating the church's birthday, the beginning of the church as we know it. And we had balloons and hats and all sorts. And after Minister Melville's all-age talk, the young church went through to the hall and we had great fun. Sadly, we can't do that today, but we've got the next best thing. We've got live streaming. I've got my hat and my balloons, and I'm going to tell you and teach you how to make a hat and tell you a wee bit about the balloons, but not quite yet, in a moment or two. I'm going to tell you first of all about God's special helper, the Holy Spirit. Before Jesus went to heaven for the last time to be with his Father, he instructed his disciples to go tell everyone about his life. He instructed them to tell them about his life, his death, and his rising again. The disciples, well, they were a bit anxious about this because they didn't know if they were fully up to the task. They didn't know quite how to start this huge undertaking, and some of them were still a bit afraid because, of course, Jesus had left them again. Not long after, they were together. The disciples were together in a house along with other believers. God poured his Holy Spirit down upon them. There was a loud wind, a loud noise like no one had heard before. There was flames coming from the sky and landing on the floor and burning brightly but not burning anything up. And landing on people's head, and they were dancing above their head but not burning their hair or their scalp or their skin. There was people able to talk different language and others who could understand them. For the first time, the disciples understood. For the first time, they had the knowledge and the confidence to do the task that Jesus had set for them. That was the first Pentecost. That was the day that the Holy Spirit came to earth. Now, the Holy Spirit, I'll go further. That same Holy Spirit who came to earth all those years ago, he's still on earth today. And I can hear you say, what? Well, where does he live and how do we meet him? Well, he doesn't live in a house. He doesn't live in a building. In fact, he doesn't even live in a church. And how do we meet him? Well, the Holy Spirit will never gatecrash his way into our life. We have to invite him. We invite the Holy Spirit to come and live, and he comes into our heart, and he stays in our heart forever. I can hear you say, well, if I invite the Holy Spirit into my heart, how do I know he's there? I can't see him, so how do I know? Well, that's more about how you live your life after you've invited the Holy Spirit to join you. And maybe I would be best to demonstrate what I mean by that. Lots of people back then and still today hear about Jesus, become very excited and happy until something bad comes along. Now, bad things can take the shape of bullying, or maybe someone that you love becomes sick or ill, or maybe you become ill or there's an accident. When the bad thing comes along, sometimes people get very upset and angry and they blame God and they say things like, God, why are you allowing these bad things to happen to me? I believe in you. Why? Why me? And this is what happens. Faith disappears. Well, what do? Because bad and sad things happen to everyone. The Holy Spirit is not like a cloak we would put round ourselves and protect and shield ourselves from all kinds of harm. No, as I said, he lives in our heart, and when we need him, when bad or sad things happen, if we pray to the Holy Spirit, he will come and he will help us and he will guide us through whatever the problems are. Maybe I can show you. You pray to the Holy Spirit and he will guide you through to the other side of whatever your problem is. That is the great news of Pentecost. Amen. Hello again. We're going to start making the paper hat. It's very easy. What you need is a paper plate or more, depending on how many hats you want to make, and a pair of scissors, that's all. And whatever you need to decorate your hat with. I've put felt tip pens on mine, but you could paint it, you could put some jewels, anything you like. You can customise it. Taking your paper plate, you want to fold it in half and then make the crease all the way down. And then fold it again so that you've got a shape of a fan almost. Alright, open it back up and you can clearly see the line down the centre here. Now taking your scissors, you want to cut down that line to where the ridgy part is of the paper plate. You know, the ridgy part that goes round the edge. Don't cut through because that's going to be the band of your hat. So from the centre of the peak again, cut down, and same on the other side, judging where the middle is. There we go. And when you open, you've got two pieces that are not cut. Can you see? But you can see the line clearly. So taking your scissors, you're going to cut down that line, and same on the other side. And now you have it. Carefully, you start to fold back the peaks to make them stand up. And again, you've got to do this kind of carefully because you don't want to tear the band. Do it all the way round till it stands up. And then you have your hat. You can decorate it now however you prefer. Now, I'm sure that you've been waiting to find out how I did the thing with the balloon. I'm going to put my glasses on this time to see better. So, what you'll need is a packet of balloons, and if you're anything like me, because you're going to need more than one to try and practice this at home. And skewers, like you would use on the barbecue. And I've got oil here. Now, you don't want to be using this yourself, so ask for a parent, ask for mum or dad's help doing this. And you want to make sure that the skewer that you're using is nice and sharp. So you would take the skewer, it's clean, and you would pop it into the oil, swirl it round, and to make sure that I don't get it everywhere, I'm popping it into a glass to hold it. Your balloon. Well, you blow your balloon up, but not fully, so it's smaller than perhaps you would normally have it. And at the end that you tie, can you see the rubber there is a different colour? It's thicker, and the same at the bottom. There's a bit at the bottom that's a wee shady different. The light maybe isn't so good, but there's right at the very bottom. Can you see? So taking the skewer, you want to put the skewer and turn it at the same time into like so, and very, very gently and carefully you're pushing it through to the other side. Now this is the tricky point, because you're pushing it through to where the rubber is thicker again, and by turning and pushing at the same time, whew, you go through the balloon. I hope you have great fun doing this. I hope you enjoy it. Maybe if you don't like balloons bursting, this is not for you, but it's a good thing to try anyway. Take care, stay safe, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye bye.